Welcome to the Dave Palma Show, the podcast that revives, restores, and awakens your innermost capabilities.
You have the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the guts to fail?
I love what I do. When you love what you do, you want to be the best at it.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
Find your path to success through the journey of those who have succeeded. And now, your host, Dave Palma.
Hi, welcome back to the Dave Palma Show. And with me in this episode, I have the co-founder of Sonic God Studio and 6 Day Hustle guest judge, Michelle Delamor. Welcome to the Dave Palma Show.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure to have you here, Michelle. Pleasure to have you here. And really, you're a really exciting guest on my show. I started this really exciting new show. Everything's all Apple, Netflix, Amazon Prime especially, and your show's on Amazon Prime. And they're getting everything these days. They've got one of our favorite driving show on there.
Yeah.
You know, some of the top sports on there are on there now, and a lot of game shows, and really it's rivaling Netflix really now and everything.
Yeah,
it's time. Exactly. It's taken the sting out of Hollywood studios, where it's all going on these platforms now rather than terrestrial TV now, aren't it, really? So that's the thing. Your show, 60-minute hustle, day hustle. I mean, that's
hustle, yep.
Yep, sorry, 60-day hustle. Excuse me.
You gotta give them a little bit more time. Just a little bit.
Just that slight little tongue twister there. Yeah, I have trouble with words. I don't know if it's my dyslexia or whatever, but anyway. So, yeah, I mean, has it started already, by the way?
Yes. So the show came out August 8th on Amazon Prime in the US, and then it's going to be going out fairly soon internationally. So I can't wait for everyone around the world to be able to see it. But yeah, Amazon Prime is where it's at right now, and it's doing so well. We're very happy. The audience is loving it, which is great. Yeah,
well, I saw the trailer and I was just literally hooked just watching the trailer alone, and I wanted more, and I saw, Rudy sort of say, right, and the winner is... Oh, come on, don't spoil it.
And you know what? We'll get into all of it, but honestly, the entire show, with every judgment, it was so real how we went about the judgment that we didn't know. I remember that finale was like that, and the winner is moment was so real. I was on stage just like, who is this going to be? It's just so crazy.
It's actually been revealed, is it, the winner? Not yet.
Yeah, it's a binge watch. So all 6 episodes are out already.
I didn't.
I just won't say it.
Yeah.
In case people haven't gotten to episode 6 yet, but it's out.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't say too much about it, but obviously I'll talk a little bit about the show, how it went, the episodes, briefly about. I have got a little briefing on the episode. So episode 1's pitching, second one's branding, third one's marketing, sales, hype and publicity. It's the 5th one, and then scalability. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what it's about, just so people could go and watch it, really, and when it becomes international as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 60-Day Hustle, it is an incredibly exciting, high-stakes TV show, and it's all around, 12 entrepreneurs that are competing for $100,000 plus a ton of amazing resources for their business. They are guided and mentored by some industry giants, like people who have founded billion-dollar companies who are guiding them as well, who are guest judges, who are mentors on the show. It's an incredible experience. It is elimination style, so as you're going through it, the challenges they go through are real. So we opted to not go like the gimmick route with it, right? Like it's just, we took a very big, ambitious goal of what can happen and then condense that timeline into 60 days. And so in the challenges, they were really selling. They really had to do certain things for their business. They were really putting their brand out there in a big way, but there was some kind of big stakes attached to it too. So it gets very exciting. It's interesting to see how the front runners start, episode 1, you think you know who the front runners are, and then it totally flips. And then, there's all these storylines that happen. It's incredible to see them show up. It is very riveting, I have to say.
It is definitely riveting the way I saw the trailer anyway, and I'm sure I'll get hooked. I mean, the thing is that it starts with pitching. I mean, we have a show in the UK called Dragon's Den, and that's solely mainly on pitching. And the dragons are really multi-millionaires that they pitch to, so they give them a bit of money. If they say, all right, I'll put money into that, I'll invest in that. It's a different kind of format, really. But The Apprentice, I'm not sure. Well, what makes your show different to these kind of shows?
Yeah, it's so interesting because what our show does is it basically takes you behind the veil of what it actually takes to go from 0 to 1.
Mm.
So you're really actually seeing them go through these challenges and do they rise to the occasion or not, right? When you're looking at a Shark Tank or a Dragon's Den, for example, they've already accomplished a certain amount and then they go and they pitch their business and they're going to either get investment or not. In our case, there's actual mentorship and challenges that are set and the audience gets to see how they show up, in every stage. So it's everything from, like you said, pitching, right? That was just like one challenge. We have a challenge in the marketing side of things, bringing the brand to life. They had to do like a whole live selling thing. And it's like, will the audience even show up? Will people actually buy the product? And very, very short period of time. And just crazy things end up happening and you really start to see who kind of has that grit and it's amazing. But it's different in that we actually get to see the journey and you get to follow the arc of these characters and maybe see yourself in some of these people along the way too.
Yeah. You mean the audience will say, oh, I'm like that,
Exactly.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like, which has been amazing to see how the audience is actually naturally loving this so much. We also want it to be something that the audience could have real takeaways that they could implement in their own business. So there's like these amazing teachable moments where they can actually learn what the contestants are actually learning. And so even one thing that we did was we created a course that we're giving away for free for the audience to actually go on that journey too.
Yeah.
It's very cool. It's a very, very cool show. You learn from it. But I will say you're very entertained by it. It's so, even me being on set and it was incredible to watch these entrepreneurs go through this process.
Well, I can't wait to see it come my way in the UK. I'm sure it will come pretty soon after the US. It usually does. And I guess the free gift is from Amazon, isn't it? Really, so that will probably be standard.
The free gift is on 60dayhustle.com. So you can just go on there and there's the course. And basically what it is you have these, lessons. Basically the mentors on the show spent a good amount of time with our contestants. But on TV, you always have to condense that. And we thought, wow, this is so incredibly valuable. Let's give this as a gift to our audience who's also on that journey. And people have been loving it. It's amazing. It allows you to be inspired by the show, but then also take your business to the next level too and try out some of these things.
Yeah. Well, that sounds. Also the prize money. 60 days is a really condensed time, but you're earning $50,000 a month. That's some good going, isn't it? Really, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
I love that. I love how you put that.
It's not bad, and it will actually be life changing in terms of that's a good investment for some. I'd imagine that most of these contestants aren't, they're not kind of up and running with a camp. Sometimes you get these people coming into Dragon's Den and Apprentice. They're kind of seasoned entrepreneurs anyway, some of them, but they've maybe failed in one. Are these starting from scratch, but they're failing in a business and they're trying to get one going, or are they seasoned entrepreneurs or?
Yeah, these are young entrepreneurs. They are startups, they're past the concept stage. They've already put it out into the market, but they're kind of stuck and they're trying to figure it out, and they're at that stage where, there's a lot of unknowns. And so for us with this show, we really wanted to have the audience be able to get that experience of what it's like from when you first start, as an entrepreneur and actually being able to take a huge leap if you go through, if you go through all of these fundamentals and if you can actually master them as well. And it was really incredible to watch. And I think one thing that was amazing, even for myself, I was so inspired by the fact that some of them made more money during a single challenge, for example, than they had in their whole business life, for their business. So So it was interesting, not to spoil too much, but I'll say it was interesting to see just the power that comes from taking that level of action as if you were on a competition show, just because you're competing and so imagine if you actually put that level of intention and energy and action, what's possible on the other side. So that was incredibly inspiring.
Yeah, but it definitely, look at the trailer, even it definitely looks like a reality thing. More so than the other programs we mentioned, Apprentice and Dragon's Den, where you're sort of standing for them, which is good. You go through the
journey, you get to know the entrepreneurs, you feel like you're on the ride, whether if they're failing or if they're succeeding or, going through the challenges. And it's really incredible.
Yeah. Well, I'm also a certified resilience coach, which I offer to
Oh,
entrepreneurs. So if you ever need one of those, as well as the mentors, I'm sure I'll
I
come.
love that.
As an
And you got
ex-athlete and
resilience.
firefighter, I can tell them what what happens with emotional stress, lack of sleep, diet.
I mean,
So
entrepreneurship is so volatile, especially when you
yeah, it
are
is.
in the early stages and you're working to stabilize the ship, but also at every stage, if you're constantly looking to grow, which is the goal, there's always a new set of unknowns and there's always new challenges. And so having that resilience is
Mm,
so important. It is so important. It's something that, I think I've developed really, really well. I love that you specialize in that because
yeah.
you have to balance out just the emotions and all the unknowns and all the things that are coming your way. And yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing that you have a resource like that for
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Well, I'm actually a coach on a very popular app. It rivals Headspace, Calm, those type of apps. It's called Aura, but you
Very
probably
cool.
probably have to type in Aura Health, meditation, mindfulness, and things like that, and you'll see the coaches and everything else. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
excellent. Well, let's talk more about you, Michelle. I know I've spoken about the show a lot because actually really impressed by your story after doing a tiny bit of research. I know we do on my guests and with your background. I see that you was a finalist on the American Idol shows,
Yeah.
which obviously I don't think is kind of spoken about too much. I don't know how far back that was because I don't watch it too much. We had
Yeah.
the X Factor here, so I'm more of
Yeah.
I kind of been, bombarded with Simon Cowell more.
Yeah. Well,
However,
Simon was on
I've
my
seen American
season.
Idol.
He was a judge on my season as well. Yeah.
Oh, was he? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I'll
yeah.
tell
So,
you.
what was your humble beginnings before even American Idol? And tell us your story and how you led up to building your company,
Sonic
Sonic
God
Gods.
Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been so interesting. My path has not been a linear one, but I think it's also why we've been able to create an entertainment studio in this way. And so I started off, I'll actually go way back for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I want you to inspire whoever comes
yeah,
across this episode.
yeah, I'll share with you. I started off my journey always loving music first. I grew up singing in the church choir. I always
Right.
knew
Yeah.
since I was a little girl, I wanted to be in entertainment. I wanted to
Yeah.
sing and perform and all of that. The majority of my life has been on stages. That has been and in front of camera. So that's a big part of my life. But I also always had this innate desire to create impact ever since I was a little girl. So when I was actually 11 years old, I studied to be a minister. I was the youngest one in the
Ah.
class. Everyone else
Okay.
was adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's not a linear path.
Yeah.
And then eventually I moved to an ashram, a spiritual ashram, which is basically a place where you're kind of away from civilization and you're just focused on spiritual development, humanitarianism, service to the world, service to humanity, that sort of thing. I had that beautiful experience. And I just always knew that that was something that, I felt like I was here to do something that was bigger than myself. So I didn't know how those two paths would come together, entertainment and impact, and life continued on. And like you said, I became a finalist on American Idol, did a lot in the music industry. And when I was on the show, a lot of girls actually wrote to me and they just felt connected to me and they shared a lot of the things that they were going through, things like depression, things like not feeling good enough, and
Okay.
it was really interesting. So I decided to create a company called No Girl Left Behind. It was my first company, a social impact organization. And what it was almost like this full-on entertainment concert that then also turned into a conference that was empowering for girls, right? And so with that, we started to see tens of thousands of girls. We had the most incredible breakthroughs happen. There were girls that literally ripped up suicide notes at our events. Like the fact that that was even in their backpack, for example, was just
Oof.
like, it was so
Yeah.
powerful, the things that were happening in there. And naturally, because we were reaching so many girls, brands wanted to be a part of that movement and participate with that audience. And so I had never known about marketing or anything like that. I was
Mm.
building out the tours and all of this. And so naturally I started building out campaigns that would support our social impact initiatives. And we started working with large brands. We helped launch TV shows that were right in that demographic, all of that good stuff. And so that was the beginning of understanding the power of entertainment to create social impact, to create good in the world. And that became really the main mission and what drove Sonic God Studios and building Sonic God Studios. I believe that there is no vehicle more powerful than entertainment to inspire people, to create progress, to create change in some way, shape, or form. So in with all of the experience that I had, and then also my husband, who was in the entertainment industry as well, and and one of our best friends who was in film and TV forever, we came together to start this studio as an end-to-end studio where we actually develop the TV shows ourselves. We produce the shows, we work with streamers and distributors, and then we build out these entire ecosystems around the show so that it's more of a community experience with the audience as well. And then one of the things we do as part of our model is we bring brands, a handful of brands that authentically fit that world, that really wanted to support in the story, and all of that. They become a part of the project and of the show as well. So if you notice on 60 Day Hustle, there are some brands there. And for us, it's not about like passive product placement or anything like that. It's very much integration, the values that align, the story, all of that good stuff. So you see, for example, like a Pilot pen. I don't know if you saw. Did you? Oh, you only saw the trailer. I'll send it to you. For example, you'll see like a Pilot pen, and it wasn't about. For us with that, it wasn't about, we need a pen, let's just get a pen. It's like, no, Pilot has a history of supporting overachievers. Like that's what they're about. It's the pen of the overachiever, and there's all this science around it. And so it was such a great fit for our entrepreneurs. And that's the way we think about our integration. So, just kind of tying everything back together, it's interesting how sometimes things might look like they don't make sense, and your path might go in multiple directions, and the timing might not look like, it's going as fast as you'd like. But all of those different chapters in my life helped us create this entertainment studio that is now, growing so fast. We're definitely a very exciting player in the industry now. And it's really because of, just trusting the process and leaning into the areas that innately are tied to like purpose. Social impact has been a huge part of my life, and it'll always be like the through line. So for all of our shows, it's designed to leave people feeling inspired. So even with 60 Day Hustle, the idea is that, and we've been hearing this so much from the audience, like you finish watching the show and you're like, oh my God, I could do this. I want to just get up and do this.
That's how I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is good.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's been a beautiful journey, and I'm so grateful and I'm so excited for what we're building and the impact that it'll have in the world.
Yeah, no, that's the idea of this show as well. I mean, if I have an athlete on here, it was tell their story of their Olympic gold medalist or whatever, or even a coach. Well, tell us your story. How did you get to the stage where you wrote this book, or you won that X, Y, and Z? And then that's the same I'm doing with you, is to inspire them to say what you've done that could probably inspire people as well, because people look at role models, don't they? And they want to be like that. And I think the biggest thing too is like, if there is a desire, and I always say this, like if there's a desire in your heart, or if you're even able to see like a visual of a vision, that means it's like already done. It's totally done. And so if you feel that desire, it's totally possible. And why not just go after it? It's not about what school you went to or what credibility you have or what. I don't even look at resumes, by the way, when we're hiring. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's
for me, it's about, if you have the grit and the resilience, like you talk about, right?
Yeah,
and you have that deep desire and that work ethic, like anything can be created, and especially when you're like aligned with your purpose. And so, I just say that to say the vision, whatever vision anyone has in their mind, it's so incredibly, it's basically done. It's just like, are you going to step up? Are you going to step up to the challenge to actually bring it to life? And that's kind of the essence of this show too. Everyone on the show has a dream. It's like, are you going to step up to the challenge to take that as far as it can go?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, that's some achievement to really get this show, as probably a really big baby of yours that you've built up to from everything you've done in the company. And I've seen that you've been an executive producer for some good 6 to 8 films, and you've won an award for one of them, haven't you? I can't remember which one it was now. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. And we have a lot of shows actually coming out. We have 6 shows currently in development. We have another 8 afterwards. I mean, we are producing so many shows now. So
well, that's what happens.
We're deep in it. We're deep in it now. I'm all in.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. I've just done a podcast interview with someone he already made his name in a film called Vantage and Paranoia. He's a screenwriter more.
Oh, nice.
And then he's done a TV series called Me, but that's on Apple. So they're your rivals. But actually,
we're not exclusive to Amazon. They're,
Oh yeah, no, I know.
we work with them as a distributor, but yes, their 60 Day Hustle is definitely on Amazon. But we're friendly with all of them.
Over here, it's the BBC or ITV that will probably try and nab it off you first.
We know
but
ITV well. We know ITV
yeah,
well.
there you go. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic, and I've seen all your achievement, and you've even had a stint as an actress or actor. Yes, actually, I don't know. Actor now you say these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for a while. Music primarily was my main focus, and then through that, a lot of on-camera stuff just naturally happened. But touring, performing, a bit of on-screen acting as well.
Okay,
and I think for me, what I really, really love so much is that the vision building. So I'm an artist first at heart. I'm an artist first and foremost, but I also am obsessed with the game of business. And so bringing those two worlds together has been, it's just been the through line of my life.
Yeah. Well, it's like in the music business, I mean, where you are really also still probably in touch with the music business, but there are people that are producers and they still can perform, as well at the same time, And I'm sure it's the same with, some people like Angelina Jolie, she wants a dab at music, film directing, as well as still being an actor, so.
And I think for me, for so long, I felt very unsure of how to own all of that. I felt like they almost felt like silos. And so sometimes when you don't see that vision clearly, it's easy to almost get stuck. And that's the last thing you want to happen. It's actually, no, you can be all of it. Like you said, an Angelina Jolie can be a director and an actress and a businesswoman and a humanitarian.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
It's the full spectrum, right? And so I think it's a beautiful time to show up in your full self. And I think I'm in an era where I'm so excited to be doing that now. And it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun
I can imagine.
To be able to play to play in the arena of all of it and to build the arena, right? I think some of what we're doing hasn't been done before. And so as a result, we're able to create our own rules, which is very exciting.
It's fantastic. Excellent. Well, I was going to say, just to wind up down the episode of it, what have you got on next? But you did say you've got 6 things. I don't know if you want to mention more about them.
We have some, I won't name names, but I'll definitely let you know before we come out because I'd love for us to chat about them once it's announced. We have some exciting shows in the racing world. I think I heard you mention something about racing shows that you like on Amazon. Did you mention?
Yeah. When I say racing, I mean we've got one called the car one.
Yeah, car racing. Yeah.
Yeah. Top Gear. Top Gear.
Yeah, we like Top Gear.
Yeah.
We have 2 shows right now in that world, in the racing world, which is very exciting. We have a few shows kind of more in the pop culture realm with celebrities. That's super fun and exciting.
Okay, yeah.
We have some shows that we're developing in the gaming space, and then some shows that are more male driven with some really powerful, fun, awesome women as well. So, there's all sorts of amazing shows, and then more that we're developing in this kind of entrepreneur, go get after your dream type lane as well, Yeah, a lot of exciting content. I'm super excited to share it with you as soon as I'm allowed to.
Well, if you keep in touch, I'm sure that you just give the word, and I'm sure I'll have you back on the show when you want to kind of get the podcasts going for episode going to talk about the shows when they come out. Really, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward, as I say, for the show to come out in the UK. Is the actual episodes actually still ongoing? I know they've been pre-recorded, but
it's on forever. So once the show releases, it's a binge watch, but then you can watch it, discover it.
Okay. So it's kind of on demand kind of thing.
Yeah. So and it's free because it's obviously just like Netflix or Amazon. If you have
the subscription still. Yeah. You
can watch it literally anytime at any
you want.
Point.
Yeah,
it's out there and it's really good. Some people watch it, once a week. They're kind of watching their show. My little dog is barking.
Oh, right. Well, that's the sign that we have to wind down the show. Yeah.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say So some people watch it, episode by episode, once a week. But a lot of people are just binging it and sharing their thoughts about it.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Michelle, we've got to obviously wind down the show now. I'm sure you've got things to do yourself. And
My team in the background over there.
Well, I was going to say,
yeah. Going on here?
Don't worry, it's not the first time it's happened, but it's really good. Thanks for really taking the time to come and share your journey as well as the actual show itself, 6 Day Hustle. And yeah, thanks a lot for coming to speak on the Dave Palmer Show.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me.
That's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you want to support what we do, then share, subscribe, and leave a review over on Apple Podcasts, or head over to my website, davepalmer.com, and click on Rate Show. Well, that's all for now, but I'll see you in the next episode of The Dave Palmer Show.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.